You don't know these streets like we do.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Streeters Watching. This is my editorial. My name is DJ Slim. This editorial is proudly brought to you by my bet.africa. Unyata ubedi udiswa. Ibi a simple crime out. So on signing up, I'm sure signing because there's a serious welcome bonus that is about to launch. Until signing up to Adam, he said, wow, sign a fresh account to me. I said, NTB surprises and Kwane, the Dow box will be a feeling. To sign up, see and be come out. This editorial is also proudly brought to you by Aqua Blue Mineral Water. I keep on telling you, since you're different, so try Aqua Blue this year. Opa, would you mention ya for Aqua Blue for collab bia? Now if you got testing it, difference near clear, crystal clear. Well, in this editorial, I think last week, was it last week or last 2 weeks? Any information said DROGBA of YOLO fame. He's been healed miraculously. In fact, information in real time on social media platforms. So we saw him being prayed for in a church, which was later on identified as the Christ Embassy Airport City Youth Church. Later on, in your information, he say ya bonfire man or no akase kura mic akase ne ho atono. Don't take it from me. Let's watch a couple of scenes from Sa Church Hono any healing service course. So let's watch a couple of scenes. When we bounce back, I'll continue the editorial.
Sure. I find it very hard. I find it very hard to walk in public. Like, anytime I'm alone, I can move slightly. But when I'm in public, I find it very hard to walk.
For a long time.
He cannot
sit for it. So when you take it normally, when you take it to church, he has to sit and then you stand or lay on something for some time.
But he's been sitting.
But he has been sitting throughout the time we got into this.
You know, video where SR hit social media and then got people talking. Some believers and some non-believers got into a huge debate on social media. Some saying it's a stage near their day. Well, I support both sides. I support to a more mujidi say a real healing, and I'm saying support to a more mujidi say it could have been staged because your country, I say we've seen people being healed properly. I was way there a miraculous. A yankopona kasana and was rana na apeti ni biaba beso na masunti asana yare. Also, we've also seen people pretending to be healed. In fact, staging healing. Yahu be bri Ghana. So I understand both sides of the argument. What I have not seen, or in fact, what I have not seen in recent times is a pastor who, where he will come out to also say, what's saying a piece on the ongoing social media banter. And I do understand where the pastor is coming from. I mean, his name is, let me get it right. The name is Pastor Enoch Boama. He is the head pastor of Christ Embassy Airport City Youth Church. That is CEYC. Christ Embassy Airport City Youth Church. He's the head pastor. Now he's out officially. We're about out. It happened a more testimonial service on Sunday. That is Enraya. Pastor Enoch Bai or responded to social media argument conversation. Also, man for so much say yes stage near there. Then he took a subtle, jab be saying say no and the microphone no it no catch and say on can that be. I mean, Joba actually took the microphone and said he's better now.
The person said, we didn't ask him. The person said, I feel better. Now me put a word for him out. But his testimony is bigger than this. We'll share later. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. That testimony is one of the hundreds of testimonies that happened that night. So it's not something I want to give attention to. Holy Spirit bears me witness. Listen to what I'm about to say. Holy Spirit bears me witness. I'm standing in the church of God. I am not lying about what I'm about to say. When we closed the Friday Miracle Night, I told the media team, don't post that testimony. I told them, did you get information? Frank, did you get information? I told Pastor Claude, tell them, because I'm not looking for clout.
Now, this is my 2 piece on it. I had a conversation with DROGBA, I think 2 weeks ago on radio, on Hits FM, Daybreak Hits. And in the conversation, he explained to me what he's going through. So I would like to also run you through what exactly he's going through. He has been finally diagnosed when you have stiff person's syndrome. Now, this is a disorder which affects the brain, your cognitive side, and affects your mobility. It does so many things to you. The most excruciating part of it, and I said the most painful part of it that he told me in the conversation was that he is constantly in pain. Or say constantly, or tinany from an upper to a numera, it's constant pain. He also explained to me that it's a rare disease. In fact, if you pick like 1,000 people, nipa bear one, and also pick like 1,000,000 people, nipa bear one. So the probability of it happening is very rare. That is what it's a rare disease. In fact, the celebrity when you be in recent times will be Celine Dion. And she's been able to overcome it. And I think recently we saw her opening up at the Olympics 2024. Yes, it's but it's also curable. Now, cure no process no, it's not any one treatment. Different treatments and I also go through. Which, as it stands now, the cost for the treatment for a month is well around $281,000. That is a month. And he needs that type of treatment for like 6 months. And some of diversify according to research kakra oye o ho ne the doctors aka che no ho. Yegdi nkomo kwachire same nkomo na no sa mama ya wes I asked if, because we saw it on social media that the vice president and the current flag bearer of the New Patriotic Party, Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia, promising us some amount of money. Because I think it would have been some good amount of money to start the whole conversation with. However, he tried as much as possible not to talk about it in full or in entirety. But what he said, I may pick it from me and say, because of that, he's been able to go to hospital on the regular, do the regular checkups at less stress. Meaning, say, so he said, he believes that the vice president is an honorable man. He's just busy because of the political season and that he's going to honor his promise. But it's going to be there. DROGBA, in this case, now I'll let you know, you're a homeboy into Metro, the homes is here. So it's going to be a kadia chef and from banko for no is kind of frequent, no matter your share. So, just understand it and then move on. In this editorial, I'd like to point certain things out. Number one, the miraculous healing as something that is existing, and it's because of my faith. However, I also understand that we live in an era where things are highly motivated, people are highly anxious. When you establish a church of which it can become a business, or to me, it is a business, sometimes, just sometimes, and a staging healing is one of the things we've heard over and over again. Need I remind you about some of the issues that happened with the former pastor, may so rest in peace, TB Joshua, and the synagogue church. If you don't know, you can search online about some of the things surrounding his death. In fact, BBC crowd documentary says staging of healing DNA are there common. So it is not something that you can't want some see here. However, because this is a issue of faith. And issue of faith, they are very dicey. Whatever happened in the church, because we said sister in chain saying, but she realized that, and only need towards be a pain beyond pain. So when he got hold of the microphone and said that I am fine, I am okay, I'm sure as a sister, or not now, because most of the time, if you want to even have a conversation with DROGBA, any sister na be fresh, so. And he said that in an interview that I had with him. So for an sister to come out to say that, I am tempted to believe, say healing ne koso. I am tempted to believe. There are super Jesus fanatics aya omo wa asore a said sa testimonies ekoso a omo nto omo bo ase oka bibia oka bibia nti asem no ohwe video ni ya unse ye nheda nti asem opeso oka opeso oka asem bi but unti asem no oka ya betani obema no rekurafi ebia no opeso oka so ebia pain no oba ha no ekofom but odaso tibi head pastor ka say in the video say oka kire social media team ne say sa eyi ne de ni so omu posting abonten but onim de ntia e ko posti that means error kakran so wo church nim yemfa ni nyina anto nchen. My worry in this situation or in this case is we've seen people get sick, being hit with, rare severe diseases. One point they might claim to be healed and then it might bounce back again. I am not refuting or disputing the fact that there is miraculous healing. But in the case where what platform, and it happened on my platform, so I can talk about it. And I'm one person who advocates all the time, say, let's be benevolent and all that. So on the show, I felt so bad. I kept on repeating the number for donation constantly throughout the show. I'm not being paid to do that. In fact, as a matter of fact, my production, Emma, certain slots to do that. But I even, I went up and over to do it because I felt the guy's pain when I was talking to him. See, because donations, and I had stalled a little bit. The reason why we had that interview like 2 weeks ago is that the donation has stalled. People were not donating anymore. It's not all quite a Sa time a video we have to abontin. So swam pa se nyame mfa sama. Se enya story ni nyesa ne ho atono complete no say hia mo abiema. How does he come out? Did the church also seek his approval before putting the video out? These are some of the questions. Church, SCK say, Pacho, you better make the video out to abonting. And do they even know the complications that come with putting the video out? Because to most of the people that watch the video, they say DROGBA is healed. Omo ankasa donation no mo nye dada. Pacho, so move follow conversation now, baby. I'm free bana. Omo ankasa donation no mo nye dada. And as I see, say, meaning donations are going to end. Yaria, it take you $281,000 to treat a month. Ohia be 6 months. Well, for now, information I'm crowd no. Mean to me, terms of way in a year and as a in a year. I'm not here to decide that. I'm just here to present information, also present my side of thoughts. Also, all the comment session. In fact, when you get into the comment section, keep it real. Because the street is always what? Watching.
You don't know these streets like we do.
We